Welcome back to the shop. I'm doing a little bit of work on my wall supports here. You can see. So wall supports will go up and they'll go over the fender wells and all the way up here to the back. And the wall will sit right here. Let me see if I can find a piece of test panel. Here's a chunk so you can see. This will, oops, this will sit right on there like that, and then it will have mechanical fasteners, pop rivets from the backside, and then I'm also using adhesive to glue the walls onto the wall supports. And that adhesive is actually not in the shop, it's inside, so that it's temperature controlled until I use it. Sikaflex 505 UV is what I'm using for that, and it's I did a bunch of testing on the 505, and that stuff works really good. So that's what I'm going to be using on that. I got these, the front and back supports I did out of 18 gauge. I actually should have done them all out of 18 gauge. The 16 is probably a little heavy, but I got all the front, all the side pieces are all 16 gauge. You can see I've got a couple more over there, and then some big sheets for where over the fender wells. So that's what I'm working on right now. All right, so I've got started on the rear wall support here, mocked up somewhat. Obviously, it's got to be trimmed off, and even with the back one there, and it's got to be trimmed down here too, because this is where those rear lower storage doors are going to be. So, and all the storage in the back. So, this has got to be trimmed down. I am going to have some templates cut out by my friend Dirk. Who has a 4x8 Shopbot CNC router table. So I'm going to have, and I'll put a picture in here of what the templates are going to look like. So I'm going to use those to basically cut the walls out, use that as a router template so I can manually route out the wall profiles. But I'm also going to use those to when I tack these on for final tack, I'll use those wood templates to make sure that my wall supports line up with how I'm cutting the walls out. Obviously, it'd be suck if the walls didn't match what the wall supports were shaped like on here. So I'm going to use those templates when I get those cut. Hopefully, this coming week, I'm going to get those cut, and then I can have those for next weekend and start lining up these wall supports a little bit more. And also, I'm doing this one side first, and then once I get this one side set where it needs to be with everything, you know, over the fender well and everything, Then once I get these set, then I'll pull them back off and just mirror them for the other side so that they're as identical as they can be for each side. So those are wall supports. All right, guys, so I just got back from Tractor Supply, and I got a pretty good deal on my nose box. I wasn't planning on buying this yet, but my local Tractor Supply, there's normal regular price, $250 for these things, and I kind of wanted a black one too, but this one was on clearance for $65, and the only thing that's wrong with it, I don't know if you can see this or not, but the sides are bowed in just a tiny bit. This one you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's just a little wavy, so I'll just take a dead blow and a 2x4 and kind of straighten this up a little bit. But I mean, other than that, the thing's in perfect shape. Nothing wrong with it. Lid closes fine. All the latches work. $65, man. That was a good deal. I'm glad I went to Tractor Supply today. thanks for watching. In the next episode, we're going to be putting up some more wall supports and getting the whole length of wall supports and the templates all kind of put together and checking for fitment and kind of checking to make sure everything's square. So stay tuned.